Welcome to qnawire.
Let's compute the probability of x successes using the binomial formula. So the formula states that if we know x, we are looking for the probability of some value of x, we can use the formula n factorial divided by n minus x factorial times x factorial times p, probability of success, raised to the x power, times the probability of success when subtracted from 1 would be q to the n minus x power. So let's look at an example. N equals 6, x equals 3, and the probability of success is 0.03. So I think it's helpful right away to go ahead and calculate Q, which is 1 minus 0.03, which is 0.97. So using the formula, we do 6 factorial divided by 6 minus 3 factorial times 3 factorial. I'm going to multiply that times 0.03 to the third power times 0.97 to the 6 minus 3 power. 6 factorial divided by 6 minus 3 factorial times 3 factorial. We can do that two ways. You can do this as a combination in your calculator by doing 6 and then N, C, R, and 3. 6 is always the N value and the 3 is the X value. You type the 6 in, then you go over to math. You go to probability, PRB, and you scroll down to where it says NCR, and then you would type the 3 in, and you would get 20. So that means 6 factorial divided by 6 minus 3 factorial times 3 factorial is 20. If we wanted to do that by hand, we could. 6 factorial is 720. 6 minus 3 is 3, so you're really looking for 3 factorial is 6 times 6, and 720 divided by 36 is 20. So then in my calculator, I would do 20 times 0.03 to the third power times 0.97 to the third power, and you would get that the probability that x equals 3 for this binomial distribution is 0.0005, which is less than 1%. Let's try another example. N equals 4, x equals 2, and p equals 0.18. So for this example, we would do 4 factorial divided by 4 minus 2 factorial, which is 2 factorial divided by times 2 factorial. So this could also be written or determined in your calculator by doing 4 n combination R 2. You can find the combination button by hitting math on your calculator, going over to PRB and scrolling down to number 3, or where you see NCR. You will also find the factorial button there in that same spot. So 4 factorial is 24, 2 factorial is 2, and 2 times 2 is 4, so that means that that value is 6. So I do 6 times the probability of success, which is 0.18, to the x, which is 2, and the value of q would be 0.82 to the second power We got Q by doing 1 minus 0.18 to get 0.82. I would put this in my calculator. When I do 6 times 0.18 squared times 0.82 squared, I get that the probability that x equals 2 is equal to 0.131. For our last example, n equals 5, x equals 3, and p equals 0.63. So we want to do 5 factorial divided by 5 minus 3 factorial, which is 2 factorial, times 3 factorial. 5 factorial is 120. 2 factorial is 2. 3 factorial is 6. 120 divided by 12 is 10. So 10 times 0.63 to the third power times 0.37 to the second power. I got 0.37 by doing 1 minus 0.63, which is 0.37, which is Q. When I multiply all of these in the calculator, I get that the probability that x equals 3 for this binomial distribution is 0.342.